Well, good evening to you. Good Wednesday evening, I should say. This one on the 18th day of November. Another chilly day in the 40s with some sun still in the 40s. The good news is, weather-wise, the 60s make a return tomorrow. No complaints. And in fact, you'll hear none for the next several days as they're going to stick around just that long, all the way through your weekend. And the showers that we have coming in our next change-up weather-wise are getting here a little later into the very end of your weekend right now. So even some more good news weather-wise. Elsewhere, it's few and far between this evening, but a lot to talk about. A lot happening in high school sports today, not just from our Kentucky High School Athletic Association, but from our governor's office as well. Of course, a long list as well from the governor in regards to changes that they are making for the next 3 to 6 weeks, depending on the category or area they are in. I'll go through those and another number of cases well into the double digits of COVID-19 here in McGoffin County, the majority or at least half or some more from the Sagersville Nursing and Rehabilitation Center. And the latest update, not from the nursing home, but we do get it from the state, confirms the number of deaths that we thought they had experienced related to COVID-19 here in McGoffin County. So I'll get to all of that and more. I need to make a correction first and foremost. Not on me. I was the messenger in this case, more often than not as I am, but nevertheless in coverage of it. I've actually referred to this, I think, not just in covering the city council meeting last night, but also in the McGoffin County Fiscal Court meeting from a month or so ago in regards to the McGoffin County local government, Sagersville and county, approving 2 new electrical inspectors on what is not the retirement of Hass Gullett, who has for many, many years, decades, been just that, our sole electrical inspector. As was referred to in the city council meeting by Mayor Pete Shepard, the city as well approving at the recommendation of Hass 2 new electrical inspectors from Wolf, I believe in Morgan counties, as no one in McGoffin County wanted to take the position. He had worked with them, recommended them highly, and they were approved for the position, but not because Hass is retiring. He clarified that today with us, and we wanted to pass that along. He's just going fishing and doing some other things with the family as well. And that is the reason he's not retiring and just getting a little more time for himself and his family. So Hass will still be around in his authority and position as an electrical inspector for a long time to come, but with the assistance of some other folks who will, I'm sure, come into contact with at some point in the near future, more than likely personally during your next electrical inspection, possibly. But Hass not retiring, just getting some well-deserved time to fish and do whatever he so wants to do, and I'm all for that. So with that said, going on to other news and information, we'll talk about sports, a lot to talk about in sports tonight. We're going to go ahead and jump right into right now, however, your local COVID update. It's a brief one tonight. That's not a good thing necessarily, just that's what time did allow. Another number of cases, well over a dozen, into the double digits here in McGoffin County today, and many of those coming from the Sagersville Nursing and Rehabilitation Center. That puts us at close to 50 cases in McGoffin County just since Saturday.
We've got 14 new cases today, making us a total of 47 this week, I guess. Yeah.
So that's one of our highest daily totals. What's the makeup on these?
Now we got results in from the nursing home. We get that like in one group twice a week. We had 6 employees there that tested positive, and we've had 5 residents that tested positive since the last time that they tested at the nursing home.
Speaking of the nursing home, it seems like it's, I won't say difficult, but it's we've had a hard time keeping track of the folks who have passed away there, not just there, but also in the county. But state's website today is updated, showing 5 deaths at the local nursing home.
Yeah, I just seen that today too. That this afternoon the website had 5 COVID-related deaths with the nursing home.
Any other information on that front? There's anything else that you know of?
No, I don't have no information from the nursing home on that.
Real quickly, some of the governor's recommendations, mandates, however you want to refer to them today, what's your initial thoughts on them?
Well, I don't know about the restaurants, bars. We don't have many restaurants that's open here, and we really haven't had a problem with them passing on from positive cases with their. I think Thanksgiving was a big one that he talked about, was not getting your family group together, staying small, and I think the problem we're having here is just family gatherings. In the lab, we've had 2 quite a few positive in quarantine over the last week or so just from family gatherings. So I think that's the biggest hit I got from it for Thanksgiving. We just try to keep it at a minimum and stay home if you can.
In regards to the Sagersville Nursing and Rehabilitation Center, numbers out today on the state website show, of course, the tally, new cases, deaths for residents and staff. The last time we had this updated, it confirmed 2 deaths within the Sagersville Nursing and Rehabilitation Center. As you look at the pink column, that refers to residents. New staff, or the new number, is 0. Recovered is 19. 21 active cases. The number 5 there now represents the total number of deaths associated with the coronavirus in the Sagersville Nursing Center. That is a total of 5 deaths thus far that's been reported to the state related to the coronavirus. They're reporting 45 cases ever of COVID-19. That number, we believe, locally is higher. It's just not made its way to the state as of right now, but we believe the number of cases in totality for the nursing home is greater than 45, as we had close to that, I believe, sometime actually last week. But as confirmed by the state's site itself, 5 deaths now from the Sagersville Nursing and Rehabilitation Center. No deaths related to staff. New staff or staff numbers now show 11 recovered and 16 cases active within the nursing home. And as we take a look at today's incident rate map, it gets easier and easier to decipher, and as I've said, that is not the direction we want to go, but simply counting the orange counties, they're few and far between. 107 Kentucky counties, all in the critical zone or red zone. And you will notice, if you can there, I don't have it zoomed in, but McGoffin County, its highest ever, 82.2. It just takes 25.1 to get in the red zone. McGoffin County, 82.2. Johnson, 72.1. Floyd County, 76.7. Breath at 74.7. Look up there at Elliott, 169.1. In neighboring counties, in Johnson County, they had 22 new cases yesterday, 25 the day before. I don't have today's numbers as of yet, but yesterday's 22 brought them to 704 cases, 175 still active, 13 Johnson Countyans hospitalized. They also had 2 additional deaths to report in Johnson County per the pandemic. Floyd County, day before yesterday, had 45 cases, as I told you. Yesterday, they had 26 cases, total of 927 cases for Floyd County. 446 of those, essentially half, just in the month of November. I'll be right back.
Hello, this is Bob Hutchison for Hutch Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. You know the old saying, when the going gets tough, the tough drive a Ram truck or a Jeep. Okay, so it's a new saying, but it's true. Right now, you can get employee pricing on most Jeeps. Get 0.9% financing for 72 months on Jeep Renegades. Remember, with our credit rebuilding program, we can put you in a car or truck today.
There is never a good time for a breakdown. They will happen, and your car at some point is going to need some repairs and maintenance. And Black Smoke Performance is open and here with professional, fast, safe service. And they now have certified full air conditioning, diagnostics, and repair to keep you cool in whatever you drive. Black Smoke Performance, 349-8785. It's definitely fall and Christmas time at the Seasonal Shop. They've got new arrivals, front to back, new women's fall clothing with the latest styles and trends, leopard, camo, loungewear, cozy sweaters, and more. And they know these days are a little more relaxed with not as much travel and schedules aren't as packed, so they've got plenty of clothes for casual days at home or around town. Everyone loves a t-shirt, and they've got something for everyone, even the guys. Simply Southern has some amazing fall releases, and they have them all. Boots, bags, vests, Sherpas, accessories, their famous tees, and the home decor continues to arrive daily, and you'll fall in love with every new piece. No matter what your style, they've got pieces for you in your home. And as always, they offer in-town deliveries, curbside pickup, shopping over the phone, shipping, and registries. And their Facebook Lives are back, so follow their page for more information and pictures of new arrivals and deals of the day at the Seasonal Shop in downtown Salyersville. Same 6 decades of experience, same undivided dedication and focus on winning your case. New location. The law offices of McFarland and Tinker are now located on Route 114 in the former McGoffin Farm Bureau location. Motor vehicle accidents, Social Security disability, SSI claims, wrongful death and workers' compensation and work injury cases. Call 349-9000. McFarland and Tinker.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, and to make it even better, the AppWire Holiday Sale starts now with great deals on select Samsung devices. The best devices, like the Note 20 Ultra and Galaxy S20 Ultra, are up to $400 off all month long while supplies last. Or pay even less with a great device like the Galaxy S20 and save over $10 a month off the normal price on the Appalachian Advantage. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Well, I do have some sports tonight to talk about on a couple of different fronts. We'll talk about football, which is going to continue into the playoffs beginning this Friday night. An update and recap there as to who's playing who this Friday night and where. But first, sports was something discussed on many levels today. First, by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association in a morning meeting, which lasted into the afternoon, where, after much discussion, the KHSAA voted to move up winter sports until January the 4th. That is, of course, basketball, which, of course, includes dance and cheer and other sports such as wrestling and swim, all not starting until after the first of the year on January the 4th. They also did go ahead and set state basketball tournament dates between the week of March the 15th and the 22nd as well. They say that this is still tentative and subject to change given the current COVID-19 climate. The spring sports have not even been discussed as of yet. Now, that also did include, per the KHSAA, this is my understanding, that practice under their announcement for sports could continue in small groups, which is the McGoffin County High School basketball teams have been doing now for quite some time. If I am correct in that, regardless, that would not be the case after we heard from the Governor Beshear earlier today. We'll talk more about football in a few moments, but right now it's on to the state update that we were watching for closely today, as the governor for days has alluded to the fact of some significant, hopefully life-saving announcements that he was to make today, at the end of which he did touch on sports as well. But he referred to this time to date where we stand with some light at the end of the tunnel. An update from Pfizer, their vaccine, for example, which was already said to be at least 90% effective, has now been deemed over 94% effective. With that just around the corner, still literally months away, but getting here much sooner than it has been, the governor today did announce the 4th highest number of cases, saying that it is very likely that we are going to run out of people just as quickly, if not quicker, than we are out of hospital beds. People, nurses, doctors, medical professionals to help care for those people, patients in those beds, but likely running out of medical personnel due to positive cases and quarantines, as well as running out of beds. I am talking to health officials on and off the record around the area and elsewhere, and getting into a hospital right now might be something that you would find hard to do for your illness, COVID or otherwise. The governor, as he went on, also referred to 15 deaths today. The first student, a teenager among them.
So it's time to do what it takes to finish this fight. So it's time for Kentucky's 3rd counterattack against the coronavirus. Let me be clear about a few things. This is not, and there will not be, a shutdown. Our economy is open, and there will be no categorizing businesses as essential or not essential and asking them to close. And it is not picking and choosing based on my or Dr. Stack's or anybody else's likes and dislikes. Instead, today we're announcing significant but surgical and targeted steps designed to slow the virus and protect our people. These steps range from 3 to 6 weeks in duration and are designed to have the maximum impact with as little disruption, though there will certainly be disruption, as possible. The first step is we are further limiting private gatherings. We see far too much of the virus happening at family gatherings and neighborhood events. The result is often multiple family members hospitalized, some on a ventilator, or even worse outcomes. So from this Friday, November 20th at 5 p.m. through Sunday, December 13th at 11:59 p.m. local time, private indoor gatherings are limited to your current household plus one other household, not to exceed a total of 8 people. Your household is who you live with on a regular basis.
In addition to private gatherings, with the holidays, of course, approaching and essentially here, weddings, funerals, events of that like will be limited to no more than 25 people in a room at any given time. Also, bars and restaurants will be going back to closing all indoor service, takeout, carry-out, outside dining, all to continue under the same guidelines that are in place now. But all bars and restaurants will be closing indoor service. He did as well announce a $40 million fund to try to assist those bars and restaurants up to $10,000 each, or up to $20,000 if you owned more than one business. There would be a cap of $20,000 in grants, if you will, that has been set aside to help offset the incredible economic pressure and losses sustained by our bars and restaurants in Kentucky. Restrictions also related to gymnasiums, which will be held to a 33% occupancy at most. That's with masks, and that's no group classes of any kind. The governor did refer to, as I just read, the sports announcements from the Kentucky High School Athletic Association. The governor also, though, going on to clarify or make clear that that will also include no indoor practices for basketball, cheer, dance, and the like for the next approximate 3 weeks or so, unless done on an individual basis. So basketball will not start until January the 4th, and then no practice until December the 14th. And as for our schools, as mandated by the state, all public and private schools are to cease in-person classes starting this Monday. Middle and high school will be able to, if nothing changes, resume on January the 4th. Elementary schools by December the 7th if they are not in the red zone. I'll be right back. We know that life cannot come to a complete standstill because of the pandemic, but we can make sure that you can continue to bank safely and securely by calling either branch of the Sagersville National Bank to schedule any in-lobby services, or by using either of our drive-thrus. Mondays through Fridays, the main drive-thru is open from 8 until 3, and the branch drive-thru is open from 8 until 5, and the branch drive-thru is also open on weekends, Saturdays 8 until noon, with ATMs available 24/7 at both locations. Or by taking advantage of our completely free 24-hour internet banking and bill pay, banking by phone, remote deposit, automatic payment services, and more. Sagersville National Bank, always making your banking easier and safer. This house for sale in Dixie of Sagersville represents a rare opportunity to have the home of your dreams on a premier lot that is well over a half acre in size. It has 4 bedrooms and original wood floors throughout, and has been in the same family since 1950. And it's move-in ready with the AC units and furnace just serviced, and it's also a perfect blank slate to remodel to your liking, making it an excellent investment and equity opportunity. It also has an unfinished basement and is steps from the Ramey Park and downtown Sagersville. And it's now on the market for the first time in 70 years for $147,500. Serious inquiries only can be made by calling 606-349-3699. Nearly everything today is about being safe and well, and Parkway Pharmacy has 2 great ways to get your prescriptions quickly, safely, and conveniently. Simply pull up curbside and call and let them know you're there, or circle around the building and drive through. And just in, a fresh inventory of Atalo, premium CBD oil and cream products for managing pain, anxiety, depression, rest, digestion, and more. All at Parkway Pharmacy in Salyersville. The votes are in and it's unanimous. The Homestyle Bowl is back for a limited time at your Salyersville Lee's Famous Recipes. Savory chicken strips, kernel corn, cheddar cheese, our famous gravy, all on a bed of beautiful mashed potatoes. It's a meal or a side, and it's for a limited time at your Salyersville Lee's.
I'm Dr. Jason Zimmerman at Highlands ARH, the healthcare system of Appalachia.
Conley Tire in Staffordsville or ConleyTire.net right now and get $200 back on a new set of Goodyears, $100 on new Generals, Coopers, Bridgestones, and Mickey Thompsons, all with the smoothest balancing Snap-on has to offer. And if your ride has a light on, let their state-of-the-art Zeus diagnostic machine figure it out for only $35 at Conley Tire.
Hello, this is Bob Hutchison for Hutch Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. You know the old saying, when the going gets tough, the tough drive a Ram truck or a Jeep. Okay, so it's a new saying, but it's true. Right now, you can get employee pricing on most Jeeps. Get 0.9% financing for 84 months on the tough Ram truck. Remember, with our credit rebuilding program, we can put you in a car or truck today.
Go with All Pro and you'll always get a perfectly finished project backed by decades of experience and thousands of satisfied customers. Always with the best prices on everything from small to large remodels, bathrooms to kitchens to entire homes, or turnkey new construction on everything from garages, homes to retail space. And seamless gutters too. And All Pro still offers 0% financing for up to 18 months and long-term low interest rates on those big projects. For an estimate, call this family-owned business today. On to sports tonight. In regards to football, it will kick off this Friday night for the playoffs. Montgomery County High School, they were able to get in 6 games of the regular season. Other schools did get in 7 in the viewing area, all of which from Johnson and Montgomery County will be on the gridiron this Friday night for the postseason, which is going to continue. Montgomery County plays at Belfry at 7. That means the Montgomery County High School will be taking on Belfry, as I said. That's at Belfry. Kickoff for that game set for 7. There are tickets available, I believe, through Friday, I think it is. You can purchase them from 9 until 1, if I'm not mistaken. I'll get that information for you perhaps in just a few seconds, but nevertheless, tickets are available at the Montgomery County High School on your Friday, this Friday before the game. Montgomery County's last regular season game, October the 17th, that ended their season at 3 wins, 3 losses, 1-3 in their district. They've already played Belfry once this year, and that was at home, and that was a loss, 20-59, back in September on the 25th. Belfry, meanwhile, is 5-3 overall. That's not Belfry usually doesn't lose that many, but they are 4-0 in their district. So Montgomery County traveling to Belfry this Friday night. Now, they're also doing so with a very limited roster. I talked to Coach Gamble just earlier this afternoon. He says that I have 45 kids on the roster. He's only taking about 20 with him. That's because only about 20, a few sick and injured, but for the most part, a lot of fears for the coronavirus, and they're only traveling with about 20 players. They've also only had about 3 practices in the past 5 weeks, and this is the first time they've made it to the playoffs in the last 6 years, and they didn't get to play their last 3 games in the regular schedule, for which they were favorites. So it's, regardless of the outcome, it's been a tough season for everyone and for our Hornets. They do take on Belfry. Belfry did lose to Johnson Central 35-14 in Central's last regular season game. Central got in 7 games. Belfry on October the 30th. Central is 7-0 overall, and they've won the last 3,264 games. I'm kidding, but it feels that way, right? They're 3-0 in the district. Obvious favorite versus Harlan, the 3-5 Harlan County team this Friday night, who they're hosting at Central. And Paintsville High School also got in 7 games this season through October the 30th. They're 5-2 overall, 1-1 in their district. The Paintsville Tigers hosting Betsy Lane this Friday. Betsy Lane, not the favorite, coming in at 1-4 on the season. Now your weather forecast is as follows. It's going to perk up tomorrow and stay that way. It's going to be breezy, but it's going to be sunny and pretty mild. 31 degrees tonight, which is well above the 20s, low 20s that we saw. Calm winds, clear skies, 31 tonight. For your Thursday, sunshine above, and we'll top out in the low 60s. We'll also see winds southwesterly 5 to 9 on average, but up to 18, 19 mile per hour at time tomorrow. So a bit breezy, but sunny and 63. For your Friday, more of the same, almost identical, a degree or 2 warmer at 65, but sunny. Winds out of the southwest 5, 8, 10, 15 miles per hour. Nighttime lows make it from the mid-30s to the low 40s Friday night, as they do on Saturday as well. And for your weekend, in case you're just anxiously waiting to know, the weekend before Thanksgiving is going to be a nice one, perhaps nicer than that of Thanksgiving itself. Saturday, 65, mostly sunny degrees, 43 Saturday night. Clouds do increase Saturday night, but they're not making any rain for your Sunday, but it's coming. Sunday itself looks to be partly sunny with a few clouds, mid-60s again. And right now, the rain looks to hold off until late Sunday night, maybe after 10 or 11 or so, a 50% chance. So Sunday will be the last day in the 60s with some sunshine for a while, maybe a long while. We'll have to wait and see. That front gives us the 50s and showers and clouds on your Monday, and then we ride that pattern right on through with the low 50s and low 30s for highs and lows all the way through Wednesday, with some sun starting to peek through on Tuesday and definitely Wednesday. With that, I'm literally leaving a few reports on my desk in lieu of time. So I'll pick it up tomorrow with those and more news. Also, tomorrow's edition of the Syersville Independent will have several of those reports that I'm not able to get to tonight, including a man who rams his vehicle into a sheriff's deputy's car just this week or recently to try to escape. He did not. He was finally apprehended. He didn't go down without a fight, so to speak. But that, and also Heather, as only my editor, as she has been, keeping a tab on COVID cases in the area, the 10-county area or so, and those numbers continue to be staggering and scary. And a lot of other information in the Independent. It's out tomorrow. It hits newsstands. Get one if you can. Check it out online, and then I'll go through it with you when I see you back here around this time or a little bit before tomorrow night. Good night again, and thanks for watching.